So I think that everyone knows this season has been a little bit rough with how the rank split is going. And with only 5 days left in the first split of season 13, a lot of players may be coming back for the second split on World's Edge and also to test out the rank changes that Respawn is making. So hello everyone, I'm your hostess with the mostest, 8-Second Gaming, and in today's video I'm going to be breaking down the best way to get the most out of the rank system so that you can start to climb next split. But if you guys are looking to improve at Apex and become the player you've always dreamed of becoming, then you need to check out the GameLeap website. Because over there we have the best guides and courses all made by players who know what it takes to play at the highest levels. And they are now sharing that knowledge with you. So if you want to climb to Diamond, Masters, or even Predator, click the link in the description, pick yourself up a membership, or I'm gonna have to start making TikTok dances to pay my bills. But okay, now let's hop right in, and to start things off, one of the first changes was a lower entry cost. So now across all the ranks, the entry cost is now 10 RP lower. So that means that's an automatic 10 more RP a game that you're normally getting, and now look at you, you're already climbing without putting any effort in. Now with this lower RP entry cost, the average player will be moving up roughly 3 ranks just because of that change alone. But if you're looking to maximize these gains, then you're going to want to start maximizing easy kills as well. When first in the dropship, you need to be looking around and seeing where other players are going. If you can spot 2 to 3 teams contesting each other, then drop towards that and land kind of outside or even next to them in a POI that's a little bit safer. But you still want to be close enough that you can still hear them. Because when people land contested, they most times will fight. People want KP off drop, and split looting with a team doesn't typically happen in ranked. When they fight, that will open up an opportunity for you and your team to wrap around, clean up the kills remaining, and you'll be able to get away with anywhere from 1 kill if you're unlucky to 6 potentially if no one died. Running in before anyone has died though can be a little bit risky, so it is best if you wait for knocks. So you're looking to jump in once there are trades on both sides. So for this example, let's say that you came in when there were only 2 on one team and 1 on the other. So your squad just got 3 kills. Now with those 3 kills, your team has hit the cap on the 100% value kills, and you really didn't have to try that hard to get them. You just looked around and found teams that you could exploit. But now how do you keep that ball rolling and keep getting these easy kills? Well, the best way is to start to make your way to zone and listen for third parties. World's Edge has a ton of choke points that teams have to flow through. Some of the big ones are the hill by Harvester going into Thermal, the hill north of Lava Siphon going into Fragment, and the train tunnel from Fragment to Landslide. When teams are making their way to zone, some of those areas are going to pop off and lead to fights. Now, this is where a lot of people do mess up most of the time, and this leads to them losing points. They will either try to force a fight in these areas, and that then leads to them getting third-partied. Or if they're the teams that hear one, they will try to overcommit, and sometimes they overcommit so hard in fact that the teams end up stopping their fight to deal with you. If either of those happen, then you've gone negative and you're continuing to be stuck in your rank. With third partying at this stage in the game, you don't want to overcommit to things. Hang back, see if the teams are just poking or they're actually fighting. If they're just poking, then leave. Other teams are on their way and you can get caught up in things and die. If they're just poking, no one's doing anything, nothing's going to happen, and they're probably just going to disengage at a certain point. It's kind of pointless to stick around because then you're just wasting time. But if they are actually fighting, then you need to ask yourself, can you finish this fight fast enough to also not get third-partied? Look around. If they have a caustic and are bunkered up and the team is trying to siege them, then it won't be a fast push and things will be stalled out. But if there are already some downs and you can see that other players are low, then it's probably worth taking a shot at cleaning things up. Those kills do kind of matter and will open up more opportunities for you later in the game. So if you can safely get them, it is worth getting them. But guys, always remember that if you heard the shots, other teams did as well, and more people are probably on the way. So even if the fight looks free, have a game plan on how you can escape, and if things don't go your way, your whole team at least knows how to back out so you don't lose anyone along the way. But now let's say your third party was a success, and your team now has 5 KP, let's say. That's a lot of early kills that you don't want to lose. So your best option now is for your team to rotate hard to get an endgame spot. Even with the new kill modifiers, you still need to be able to survive long enough for the boosts in placement points to come into effect. So with those 5 kills, you need to be making it to top 5 at least to see that massive bump in RP. And at this point in the game, you're probably top 10, maybe top 15 if the lobby is a little bit slower. But with the extra time it took to third party, you may not be able to get the best spot in zone. Most of the buildings or areas will be taken. So at this point, all you're looking to do is find the best spot that you can. Usually that's going to be somewhere with a vantage point that you can see all the other teams around you, because other teams will potentially try to force themselves into a spot and start a fight. It happens all the time, even at the top ranks. Teams will get desperate and they'll int onto a spot they feel that they can take. This will then open up a chance for your team to either clean up more kills from afar or even make a move on taking that spot. I can't really say which one you should or shouldn't do because things change a lot. Your legends, their legends, your weapons, the teams around you, a bunch of factors go into it. So you as a player will be needing to make the choice on if it's a safe bet to be able to take that over or just kind of hang back and wait. Other teams will also probably try to take control of that fight at some point, and other options will appear. Some teams will get overly aggressive and leave their spot, or even that fight will just continue till everyone's dead. So you and your team need to be aware of what all the other people around you are doing, because if someone slips up and you can snag their spot, do it. I can't tell you how many times I've been able to take the winning spot from a team because they got too kill hungry and left their spot to chase down people. But because your team was able to get that early KP, you aren't worried about cleaning up as many kills and can take the safer approach to these fights in the endgame. You're not desperate like some of the other teams are. Now, in certain games, you're not going to be able to take any spots from teams. It's just kind of how the dice roll. But this is where you're going to have to step up and be the aggressive team. You need to make sure that all the other players around you cannot get footholds in new spots. You have to be constantly pressuring everyone that you can, so that as the ring moves, you're able to snag more kills and take the best spots that won't have people nearby. Sometimes things just won't work out, you'll have an unlucky ring pull, or people will be focusing you and you're going to die. But that's a battle royale and it's something you have to deal with. Though if you're able to get that spot, then all it takes from there is to keep repeating those steps. See if teams aren't paying attention and you can get easy kills and take their spot, or if you can't do that, then keep being aggressive when the time comes and killing those around you. If you're able to pull this off, by the time the game ends, you'll be having over 10 kills, potentially even getting into the 13 plus threshold, and finishing off with a win, you're going to be gaining a ton of RP. Now, yes, this is only one possible way to play. There is another solid one that's called Edge, and that's more kill focused instead of going for zone. So if you guys are interested in hearing about that, I can do another video breaking down the best way to play Edge of Zone. But now I want to pass it over to you guys. What rank are you aiming for this split with the new changes? Me personally, my team lost interest in ranked when we hit about diamond, so I'm just kind of sitting in there right now. So I would kind of like to make the push for early pred next split, and I will be streaming a lot of it on my Twitch channel, so check me out over on Twitch TV/8secondgaming if you want to watch. But with all that being said though guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did and you're interested in staying up to date with the latest and greatest Apex Legends tips, tricks, and news, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. Once again, I'm 8secondgaming and I will see you in the next one.